Okay, so when we start in Visualize, we're going to click a new project. It's going to generate a new project for us, and we get our screen here. When you go to Project, up here at the top, you can go to Models, and we go to Import Model. This is where we're going to pick our demo hammer that we're going to bring in. So we're going to bring this in. We're going to go ahead and accept all this. The only box you really don't want checked is Scene, because in SolidWorks, it'll either bring in that normal gray background, which looks very similar to the one we're using, or if you've changed the scene, it'll bring in something else. Ultimately, we just don't want it. So make sure that one's unchecked. Everything else is fine. And we hit OK. And it's going to bring it in. Your aspect ratio may change, but that's also something we can kind of mess with. But you now want to position this, which you can use the mouse one to rotate. It's pretty common to see static as you rotate it, because as you can see down here, it's going to take some rendering passes to make it look good. You can use the mouse wheel to roll it in. You can use Shift and the mouse wheel, or sorry, Control and the mouse wheel to pan this, to kind of set this up. So we do want a little bit of space above and below, but we want it to be fairly tight so that the image is as large as it can be in the middle here. Okay. We are going to go over to our control section over here, and we're going to go to our scene. This is what we're going to mess with. Okay. So first off, I'm going to uncheck reflect backplate, because what this does is, especially with shiny parts, that would normally reflect some of what going on in the background, it takes that off. We're also going to change the background type from environment to color, and you can also then we're going to go into some of our other stuff. We need to go to the switch this and turn it off. Okay. So backplate is, think of it like the background. So you do have to go into the backplate and turn it off, and then we can mess more with the environment. So that's when we have this background color. Right now, I'm doing black. If you don't want to do black, you can click on the color, and you can move. I didn't mean to move the palette. You can move this around into black. If you think that it's going to look better, and you could potentially mess with this to go into like the kind of green screen area of things, okay, you can do that as well. But really what you need is a solid colored background, okay? Now, you can also mess with, under advanced, any of these kind of things as well. So we've got some size things, and we do want to leave that fairly big. You can transform and flatten stuff. All right, there's not a whole lot we have to mess with in here. If you don't want the shadow on the floor, you can come down here to the shadow and disable it or unenable it if you want to look at it that way, okay, and make those changes. But what we really need is a solid background with everything zoomed the way you want it, okay? I'm actually going to go back to general. I'm going to change my background color back to black, because that's what I've been using, and it looks good with this project, but it's up to you. I'm going to go ahead and start the render wizard at this point. Or actually, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and save my project. It has a place where it saves projects. And I'm just going to go ahead and name this. So after I've saved that, I'm going to go ahead and open my render wizard. And this is where I'm going to do the rest of what I want. So I want to render an image. Your image presets, normally your option is draft, and draft is fine until you've gotten it to the point where you're like, yes, this is perfect. This is exactly what I want. I do recommend rendering one or two at draft quality to fix your aspect ratio, fix your zoom, all that sort of. Oh, I did not go over aspect ratio. Let's back up. Okay. So right now we've got, sorry, did I? Oh no, we're all right. We're all right. Here we go. So I'm going to go over image. Draft is fine. We're going to go to next. File format. We have to switch this to PNG. PNG supports a transparent background, which is exactly what we want. We also need to check this to include the alpha channel. What this does is it recognizes that, okay, whatever the background color is now, we don't want it. All right, so that works good. We can hit next. Here's our size. You can mess with this if you want. What you do have to do is this, under this print resolution, this pixels per inch, we want to up this to 300. Okay. We definitely want that bigger as pixels per inch. Okay. We're at draft quality. So these are usually affected by the quality you set, which is fine. We hit next. Okay. All of this looks good. We want it to be quality. Render passes to start with are fine at 50, but that's not what you want for your final one, but that's fine. We can hit next, and we're going to hit render. Okay, a new one pops up. This fills up, all right, and you can kind of see what's going on. Again, we do have some shadowing back here, so we might actually try on the next one. I'm going to go back to, I'm going to close the output viewer. We don't need that. So I'm going to come back here. All right. So we're going to change some things. I'm going to go ahead and, again, go back to kind of that green screen look so that it doesn't get rid of that back corner. I am also going to, is it back plates where I change the size? No. Okay, so we've got that. We've got background color. We've got brightness. We've got rotation. You can mess with all these settings if you want. Okay. Tone mapping, transform. Radius of the environment, height. Mess with that if you want to. Turn the shadow off. Yeah, everything here looks good. Different cameras if you want to mess with this. Oh, this actually does help. If we go into the camera, this is what I called our aspect ratio. Okay, so this is where I don't need this extra space here, so I can change this to get, and as soon as I hit enter, I also have to click OK, and now I get more of a square area, so I don't have the extra space. All right, so it's actually under the camera setting that you can mess with that. You can mess with some of these settings as well if you want to try to see and change how you actually get your rendering. All right, so I'll go back to the render wizard, and let's say this one looks really good. Now we can bump it up to one of the higher ones, the HD, the full HD, the 4K. HD gets a little better, and the difference here is number of passes. So if you pick your full HD, when you, I'm sorry, the 4K high quality. When you go next, okay, remember we need to include the alpha channel, otherwise you will have that green background. Next again, you can see that these got a lot bigger, okay? Don't worry, it will actually use that height one. I know it's showing right now kind of a different aspect. It will change. You don't need to mess with that. We need to go up to the 300 pixels per inch again. Under next, okay? It went up to 1,500 render passes, okay? I changed this to 2,000, okay? So this seems to give us really, really good, a better image. So we can hit next. Again, it'll name it. We'll hit render, okay? This time it is going to go slower, okay? So you see this yellow bar filling up, okay? You can also see it's taking its time, and some of the smaller details are now going to look better. All right.